Annyeong and welcome to Hallyujuku, starring Brandon Cooper and myself, Petey Ray. This is episode 52, Wait and See. Enjoy! Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome back to another episode of Hallyujuku. I'm Petey Ray, your man with no plan. Here with me is my friend Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I'm doing pretty good. It's Festivus time, where it's just like I keep wearing this scarf, which, if you watch the video version of this, you'll see more of it, but it's fucking hot, so... like, I just wanted to do it for that effect.
Yes,
like,
that Festivus.
Right, now we're done with that.
Yes.
God damn. Alright, no, but I will keep the scarf on. Because I like scarves.
Yes. We're gathered once again to talk about East Asian pop culture. I have to ask you, Kaz, did anything new happen to you this week? How was your week, East Asian pop culture like?
Well, I mean, there's new stuff, nothing really specific to talk about. I played a lot of Destiny, I did a lot of Christmas shopping, so, like, there's really nothing, like, worth talking about in the specifications of this podcast. There are other podcasts where you can hear all about my shopping adventures somewhere. That's what you hear about.
Of course, not a lot of stuff happened. A lot of me being lazy and putting podcast preparation and work off till the last minute for me, which you can see on another podcast. But a couple of things that I wanted to mention. One thing that I'd been meaning to mention previously, but I kept forgetting, was that I finally found a movie I believe we've talked about on the show that I'd been waiting to be able to watch in some form of capacity. I found that it was streaming on Drama Fever. The Huntresses, starring Haji Won, one of Secret Garden, a show we talked about previously, and Empress Key, a show that I haven't checked out but is well known and is out there. And a bunch of other things. She's been in a bunch of other shows and movies and especially action stuff. Haji Won, Guyan of Brown Eyed Girls, and a couple of guys you might know from shows and dramas. One of which was in Good Doctor Go Chang-suk, who some might know as the kind of the orderly from Good Doctor who turned out to be an ex-mobster. The lovable fat guy. It was awesome. But yeah, I checked out Huntresses, and it was a really fun movie. Like, it turned out to be kind of a really fun movie. It's probably not going to win movie awards anytime soon, like any big time movie awards. But it's a really fun, like, action movie. Has a lot of fun, like, it's martial arts. It's weapon work. It is very much kind of a comedy. Primarily, it has a lot of great moments. Haji Won is fantastic in it, in kind of her role. Guyan works well in the role that she needs to play, which is they gave her the stoic character.
Yeah.
Which is the perfect role for somebody who's never acted before, or who hasn't acted that much. Which is nice, and a nice way to kind of hide her skills and whatnot. But
so from what I'm saying, it's a period piece.
Oh yeah, I should say. Okay, so I should probably actually mention what the movie's about. So it is Joseon Dynasty era. Yep. It kind of a more fictionalized version of Joseon Dynasty. It's not a super serious, super accurate period piece, but it's a period piece nonetheless. We follow 3 female bounty hunters, or huntresses, if you will, hence the title, who kind of in the kind of are really good at their job, always get their bounty, kind of work under the guise of behind, do all the work behind their kind of the actor I mentioned, Ko Chan-suk, plays kind of their front guy, because obviously it's the Chosen dynasty. They're not going to let women do fighting and martial arts and shit like that. So he kind of acts as the bounty hunter everybody hires. And it kind of creates the opportunity. It creates the opportunity for a lot of fun hijinks, a lot of great action. There's some pretty good acting, pretty fun acting, especially the comedic moments work really well. The characters how they interact are fun. And overall, it's a pretty fun ride. I recommend definitely checking it out. It's a good weekend watch. Did you get well, you haven't got a chance to check it out, but were you anticipating it? How does this
if I remember correctly, and then I don't know if you do, I think we talked about this movie a while ago,
yes.
kind of in anticipation of it coming out.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like I knew we were trying to get our hands on it.
Yeah, like it was like one of those movies where we talk about, oh, this movie's coming out with this actress or at the very least either that, or at the very least we probably mentioned it in connection to our Secret Garden review. How do you want? So yeah, we talked about it before, and I'm glad to kind of see it here. It's always cool to kind of again finally find the movie we wanted to watch, and I'm glad Drama Fever has been doing movies, which is great.
Yeah, like I mean, them and Netflix have been getting a lot of the Korean movies that we talked about watching for the show, like on their libraries. I was struggling with that word, library.
Their libraries.
But no. Yeah, a lot of these places have been finally starting to get these movies that we have been anticipating and wanting to see and trying to get our hands on or whatever. And I know Netflix has had a couple. Drama Fever is starting to kind of catch up to them. And I mean, this just bodes well for us, because one, that gives us a chance to bring back, watching things that we've been wanting to watch, not just having to do series. We can maybe start doing some more movies, but, it just helps in the sense that, it gives us a nice place to watch these things. And like we talked about before, support these things in a better manner by actually being able to support them.
Yes. And before we get into our music, I just want to kind of mention variety. Speaking of things I'm anticipating, a nice little variety show that I'm anticipating. Apparently, Ailey and Amber are going to have a reality travel show, and I'm excited about it, just based on the video of Amber struggling to open her phone with her gloved hand, and then finding out it's a delivery man. It's a dumb description, but it's the most adorable, funny thing, and it sold me on the show. And of course, there's also Ailey trying to feed Amber like a llama, because she's a llama.
Like you sent this to me, and like it to Amber, so I was already instantly like, well, I'm in. I'm sold. Like,
yes.
Wait, Amber's doing something? I'll be there. But this is funny because I had actually checked out a few episodes that I was able to check out of oh god damn it, another member from FX,
Crystal. Jessica and Crystal?
Jessica and Crystal, because they had their reality show together, and I was like, oh well, hello there, like like and I actually I ended up it was one of those things where I watched one episode and I was kind of like, oh okay, this is cool. Jessica and Crystal had their own reality show. Then I ended up watching like 5 episodes and I was like, oh, I'm like watching this now. Like what happened to me?
Yeah, Jessica and Crystal is a really fun show, and I think it's just really fun to kind of watch them kind of do the most inane stuff. And that's what I love about like some reality shows on like Korean reality shows, is because they are Korean celebrity reality shows, because you can't have actual honest conflict on television, are going to be devoid of any conflict, let alone any honest conflict. So it's all just fun, pleasant stuff. So it's just going to be all like Jessica and Crystal playing dress up and shopping, and since it was on style, it was. Yeah,
a lot of a lot of the ones that I watched were like when they were both like kind of in the middle of like their comebacks or whatever. Like Girls' Generation was kind of doing their comeback, and FX was doing their red light comeback, and it was just a lot of them trying to talk to each other. So it was a lot of these cute, sad moments of like, oh, she called her but she didn't answer. Yeah, and like, around, and you're just like, oh, jeez, just what the hell is wrong with me? Like, God damn it, I need to stop.
All right, so moving on to kind of what we're talking about. We're talking about some music. Kaz, what music has caught your attention this week?
Let me see. Where's my list? Where's the master list, as they like to call it? God damn it! Oh, here it is. All right. So first up, so I want to say this, right? So before you, I know you're already showing the video, but like before we really get into this, what happened this week was like there was a string of good music that came out, and you know that's whatever you're gonna hear a lot of good stuff from me and PD, but. The other thing that I loved about the actual music videos for everything this week, so if you listen to the audio version of this show, go look at the links, go check out a lot of these videos that we're going to talk about, because they're all really well done video-wise and artistically. And even really creative in how they're done. So this one, my first one up, which is by J Slow, called Slow Motion. It's done in this letterbox format, you know. So the top and the bottom are kind of cut off, and you only are getting like, you know, this much of the video. And it's played really well. If you pay attention to how it's done, like a lot of the long shots are done with like wide lenses, and then there's this whole like kind of circle on circle thing, and these shapes on shapes thing. And a lot of these wider shots are done with these weird, like, you know, kind of like fisheye, like up close lenses, so everything else behind them falls back really well. And this song is just really good. The beat is really fun.
Yeah.
And like,
the flow is really cool. Like it's like the beat is fun, the flow is good. Like it's just interesting and creative, and like really well done. The cinematography on this week's selection of videos is pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff cinematography wise. But yeah, this is a fun song.
Yep. So moving on to my next one, another fun kind of video, is, Peter's gonna have to help me with this one again. Kia
Bumzu. Kia Bumzu, or something like that. It's somewhere between a Z and a J, a Z and a J.
Yeah. Really good male vocalist, featuring Youngie. 28.5, which I didn't get the titling at first. But if you read kind of the description for the video, it has this really cool explanation as to why that's the title, and then what the song is all about, and a lot of that. But the thing that I loved about this video was kind of the stylings of the video, and just his singing was really good. Like a really good male vocalist singing about love.
Yeah,
you know, like just straight up and down, like singing about love.
Song.
Yeah. But something else, definitely go check out. I love that melon promo in the back that they're just showing melon.
This is kind of putting it back there. Yeah, it's the boxes and the kind of the people stomping around, yelling at each other, even though they're themselves, and it's like it's fun, like the black and white chromatic feel. again, really cool cinematography on this one. But yeah.
All right. But definitely, like, this is what I'm saying. This week is a week of, like, go check out every single video. So next is Dia, or as I kept saying it, DIA.
Yes.
Because I've been caught by the goddamn verbalization of the fucking 20-year-olds nowadays.
Yes.
Like, so a lot of people, if you're really into Korean music, you'll kind of know Dia's voice from her doing the "Let It Go" song for Korea. She's the person who did that version of the song.
Movie.
In the yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is another, like, really well shot video, like, just awesome fucking, like, movie quality cinematography on this. Like, there's a part right there with, like, that soft focus on her eyes. Oh my god, makes me melt. And then just her singing along with the visualization that's going on is, like, really powerful and really fun.
Yeah, like, so her vocals and kind of the interesting kind of musicality of this song, and, like, the video, the more fantastic cinematography and kind of, like, the framing of shots and kind of framing and, like, the slow motion. It's fun. It's a little artsy fartsy, but, like, in a good way, and you gotta love it.
Yeah, because there's, like, this whole really cool thing where she's never really full in frame. She's always off in that corner or whatever. And, like, it's just, oh my god, it's so awesome. Like, I was gushing just over the video, like, by myself. And it was like, oh, I love this. Oh, I love that soft focus. And I'm just like, oh, I wonder what lens they're using. Like, I kind of nerded out a bit. And then, like, going back and listening to the song was like, holy shit, I love this song. Holy shit, she sings really well. Holy shit, that fucking soft focus on her face. Oh, like, yeah. I had a moment. Just so you know, I had a moment with this song.
All right, so just to keep the flow going, actually, I'm going to switch up my order. I'm going to go straight to my cinematography video. Nell, this is a song that you were going to pick up before I stole it from you. I snatched it right from under you because I'm the one that fills out the doc. Nell's newest release with Green Nocturne. Again, a lot of what we said about the three previous videos applies here. Really fantastic cinematography, really kind of setting a kind of a slow mood. Again, it's winter time in Korea, so we're gonna get a lot of slow, moody songs. But this is more in line with this is perfectly in line with what Nell's repertoire is. And it's shot really well. It's a really cool scenery, like, and the song is really cool. Like, the song, the trees, they're kind of following the protagonist of the video, if you will, as he just kind of walks forward. And the framing of the video, the kind of the way that even when you're outdoors, they kind of frame everything as a corridor, like that corridor, frame everything like walking down the street, walking down a path. Because it freaks well with the lyrics of, like, you know, some of your past as a youth and walking forward and, you know, living with your mistakes in the past and growing and moving forward from that. And it fits well visually, and the music is really cool. Kaz, what were your thoughts when you checked out the video?
I thought that same thing, like, kind of watching it scene to scene and how everything is very corridor-like and he just keeps moving forward. And then, like you said, when you go and see what the song is about, and it's about thinking about the past while you're trying to move forward, you know, getting older, talking about those times when you were more risky and brave, and just thinking about, you know, you're now on this focused path. Like, I don't know if I was just really artsy this week, but, like, all of these videos spoke to me, and I fucking loved all of them, man. And I loved all of them for the, like, great way that they were put together.
Yes. Yeah, and it was fantastic. And we gotta love Nell. And yeah, it's just fantastic stuff. I'm gonna knock out these a couple other things. It's just other, not music videos, but music related things that caught my attention. First off, Min doing some fun stuff. She of Miss A. Decided to kind of put together, worked with choreographer Kyle Hanagami. Put out a couple of videos on her personal YouTube channel and actually posted it on Reddit herself because she has a Reddit account that she posted back in the day when the Harlem Shake was a thing. She had posted a Harlem Shake video on this channel. Yeah, and she posted it on Reddit back then, and then she went ahead and logged back into Reddit and posted it again on her verified channel. Which was kind of awesome, and people are hoping, again, caused the, hey, do an AMA thing, which I don't think will ever happen, but we can all dream. But that's beside the point. She worked on 2 videos, but basically for the same song, but kind of 2 separate parts, which is to do kind of interesting new choreography, working with a choreographer, for both parts to Beyonce's Partition, they being Beyonce and Partition. And it's kind of cool. It's Min kind of being sexy and getting her Beyonce on. And it was kind of a cool sight to see. And I like Min for like goofiness, but it's always cool to kind of see her like creative side and her like her saucy, sassy, sexy side. JYP talent. It's also kind of ironic her doing Beyonce, considering she's in a group with Suzy. And as much as I love Min, and as much as I love Faye and Gia, they're in a group with Suzy. But that's beside the point. Min just kind of nails it, and it's really cool. Did you get a chance to check out these videos?
Yeah, I checked them out. They were fun. Like, they weren't what I was thinking when I first saw them, but then seeing them, I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. This is like a kind of like, you know, look at me be a dancer kind of thing, and I just kind of had mad respect for that, like, because at first I was like, is she just gonna do kind of Beyonce whatever? And I was like, huh. But after watching it, I was like, oh, this is really, really cool and interesting.
Yeah. Also, yeah. So good job, Min. Other random thing. You know how I love my Mama Moo. My girl's Mama Moo. Hwasa. She is, of course, she's a songwriter as well as a member of Mamamoo, and she wrote, the Piano Man. She kind of had a hand in writing that. And she, in a recent interview, talked about, all the things that she keeps writing about and her honest writing style and all the songs that kind of get shelved because they're kind of, you know, they may be a little racier or something like that. Or kind of a little silly and a little straightforward and blunt. One of those that isn't an official release is Hwasa of Mamamoo, with a song called Pink Panty or Pink Panties, which is ostensibly kind of a cover or reworking of Blurred Lines. And it's hilarious. It's this really fun little silly song where it's just, talking about, a song about what panties she's going to put on. And how, like, how she's going to decide how to dress that day. And then the video is just like clips of like them behind the scenes being ridiculous. Little clips from the music videos and them dancing around. And it's just so much super fun. Did you get a chance to check out Pink Panties?
Yeah, it was silly. And I thought it was fun. Like, I had fun with it. Yeah, I love stuff like this. I love these are those moments that we're talking about. These are those kind of moments we want to see from our artists. Like the things that they just that are relatively silly and give you this. Hey, they're human beings too, and they just make silly fucking videos too, yes. Kind of thing. Instead of trying to stalk them and figure out who they're going to dinner with. Like, I don't care about that. This I care about.
This I care about. Some fun. But yeah, just Mamamoo, Wasa, Pink Panties. I love Mamamoo and I love Wasa, and it's just fantastic stuff. And they're all lovely. But yeah, that's it for our music. We got some fun headlines to cover over in our headline section, so we're just gonna hop right over there. So join us, won't you? Howdy, folks. Welcome back. We are here in our headline segment. We're going to talk about some topical topics from some of the latest goings on in the East Asian pop culture world. Let's get right to it. Some of the things that's going on, because we got a lot of fun things to talk about, a lot of silliness. First article. Can't keep your little buddy in the right position? New men's underwear, Toot, is here to help. This is an article from Rocket News, who I adore, and I don't.
I've gotten a lot of silly stuff from Rocket News in the past, like the scent of girl pee and the scent of boy. Yeah,
Yes.
Go look it up. It's a thing.
Yes.
Yes. Rocket News is a great, funny kind of. I can't believe this shit is real website.
Like they say, bringing you yesterday's news from Japan and Asia today. Do you constantly have to adjust your package? What do you, Kaz?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go with yes.
Do you find your dangly bits constantly dangling in the wrong place?
Well, yes, I do.
Or just plain uncomfortable?
Well, yeah, they are.
Do you ever wish your underwear would just give your little man a hug and never let go?
You know what? Yeah, I would like that.
If so, then Toot may be the underwear for you. And even if you don't, this will be the funniest thing you will see today. T-Play Co. is the Tokyo.
I think you read too much.
No, I read too much. I always read too much. T-Play Co. T-Play Company is the Tokyo-based men's underwear design and manufacturing company who properly employs more almost blah 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 blah. They're a company, they make underwear, and they put out some YouTube videos advertising their underwear. And it's a thing. So
yeah,
it's a various videos depicting the security that your junk will feel when wearing these underwear. Like, say, if you're running back and forth. Not a lot of movement. If you're jumping rope, if you're riding some, weird Sibian, if you're riding a Sibian, if you're running on a treadmill doing high knees for some God knows what reason, if you're wrestling Antonio Cesaro in a bunny hat, if somebody's playing your balls like a guitar, if you're, if you're doing that thing, somebody pops a balloon on your balls.
There's a lot of, like, in this first video, there's a lot of great Japanese gag bits, which then at the same time you realize, like the Japanese love hurting people.
Yes. Yes, very much so. And there's a great little video right here. I think this video is fantastic, where it's so quiet. It's just a simple tap, and that's it. And then it just kind of goes on and on. Are you now inspired to get yourself a pair of Toot underwear?
They're not my style of underwear that I normally wear, but god damn it, if I don't want them just for the novelty of it, like.
Yes. Also, we didn't go there with our jokes, and I'm proud of us for that.
Nope. Not even.
But let's and we'll move on. Just saying that. CL spitting hot fire in English about Dr. Pepper. Mm-hmm. So Diplo Snapchatted something. Snapchatted a video, and it included a leaked audio of CL rapping about Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
That's pretty much kind of all you need to know. I have to go to the bottom here because the original video was taken down by YG because they don't want that intellectual property to be diminished. They don't want that to get out too soon. Are you hotly anticipating this new anthem, this new turn up anthem?
I'm gonna say this, right? I am not going to take one 1/10 of a song and use that as like my okay, now I know what's going on. Like what? No, it could be the most throwaway line in that song ever.
Yes,
and people are just grasping onto it because there's so much anticipation over this. So for me, right now, I'm just gonna wait. Like, okay, she made a Dr. Pepper reference. Like,
yes.
Like I haven't not heard like references to shit before in my life.
Yes. I think honestly, anybody with kind of that had a little bit of a sense can kind of figure that this was probably just either a demo or, like I said, just a small portion of the song. It's just that everybody kind of more or less assumes. The thing about the CL's upcoming English debut is knowing the CL, it's going to be one of two things. It won't be mediocre. It will be one of two things. It'll be incredibly fun and catchy pop music, or incredibly and hilariously bad. It will be one of those two things, and we're all going to enjoy it. We're all going to go along for the ride and have fun.
As like fucking whatchamacallit is like, oh, god damn, what was the other song? Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. Like,
oh yeah. And we figure that it's gonna be it's not gonna be bad meaning good, but bad meaning bad. When it comes to when you finally debut.
Like you take away that line, you take out that part, that's still a really good fucking song. Like, I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, it's still a good showing from CL. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you think of that line, and then well, there's that line and the fact that it kind of goes nowhere. If we remember the original release, I think the thing that saved it was Teddy Park reworking it for that, like, and adding more of a dance thing.
Let's do this really quick, right? Because we have something else coming up that is going to speak to this, right? I think in my non-infinite wisdom, in kind of understanding the world of Korean music at this point, and maybe even understanding YG just a little bit, right? Stop outsourcing your work and let Teddy do everything. He's already been doing everything. The man is a hit maker for you for a reason. Why not keep everything in-house, in production, right? And then release that to the world and then make everyone stars. Make Teddy a star, make CL a star, make Mimsy a star, make Park Bom a star, make Dada a star, make G-Dragon a fucking international superstar, make Taeyong an international... I'm sorry, I'm already mentioning people who are international superstars. Why? Because you kept all that shit in-house and everything that they've released has been worked on in YG. They didn't go work with fucking Pharrell or will.i.am or Diplo or fucking Skrillex like we're gonna talk about. Like, no. They worked in-house and those things went out. Like,
yeah, I think the we're talking about.
Well, there is some Diplo stuff on G-Dragon stuff, but
yeah, they like working together. They're gonna. I think what I don't want to discourage is going out and finding other creative people to collaborate with. But it's just something that was going to happen. They want to be able to media play, being working with international superstars and quote unquote. So it's just going to happen. I love this line. The Dirty Vibe music video is in CLRG Dragon's fault. We do get kind of a taste of this. And this is a Skrillex video. And if you don't like Skrillex videos, you probably don't like this. And if you don't like this, it's because it's a Skrillex video. So, again, it's not CL.
Here's my thing, right? He mainly talked about the issues with the English rapping, right? And here's my thing. It's a 2-minute song, right? And most of the song is highlighting the beat.
Yeah.
Right? So they rap for maybe less than a minute each.
Yeah.
You know, like in full. And they gotta follow this really high-paced beat. So there's not really a lot of musically you can do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is kind of like I said, it's not CLRG Dragon's fault. It is just kind of they're working with, it's like you have to realize that this is a different thing, that maybe is not our thing. And at the end of the day, it is kind of silly fun to just kind of rock out to it, but it's not great.
Yeah.
It's not good by any stretch of the imagination.
Like, rapping wise, like, as he also said, like, these are a lot of good little quippy one-liners that they're dropping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm just digging on CL. And CL with darker hair in this video. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice. But yeah. I'm hoping for really cool, fun things from CL's US debut, and as long as they kind of play to her strengths, and we've gone over this like a billion times, so I think we shouldn't harp on it too much. But yeah, play to her strengths and do what she does well. Try to hide her any kind of weaknesses. Don't kind of play to her strengths, and that is her charisma, and you're gonna do just fine. And it'll be fun. And CL's gonna be thing. So watch out, people. Let your friends know. Let your non K-pop known friends know that CL is gonna be a thing. So you can be like, I told you CL was gonna be a thing when she becomes a thing. It's like, I warned you.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on to some rumors. And it's rumors involving EXO. So we kind of have to take a look at them like we normally don't look at rumors. We usually dismiss rumors. And I almost didn't want to really talk about this because, it's rumors. But the EXO rumors have so far been kind of batting 1,000. I said Chris was leaving. Chris left. They said Luhan was leaving. Luhan just finished up his first mediation in court with no deal for his nullification. So, let's check this out. EXO's Tao rumored to be seeking contract nullification. Tao subtly denies it. EXO can't seem to catch a break in 2014, and on the very off chance that this latest rumor is true, it could get worse for them right at the death of the year. This is one critic. This is kind of posted on Weibo. One of the rumors posted through Weibo. One critic posted Huanxi Tao, Tao's real name, is going to nullify his contract and return to China. Soon after, another critic also posted along a similar line. This group is considered to be facing a bottleneck. They are facing a regrouping issue. SM is grooming a new group and won't put too much effort into EXO. EXO's peak has already passed, which I would say, I don't know about that, but I mean, they've had their issues, but I think they're still pretty high up there, but we'll see. EXO's peak has already passed. Both users have hundreds of thousands of followers on Weibo with verified accounts and are publicly known to the Chinese audience. These posts caught the attention of many fans. SM Entertainment has yet to respond to these rumors, and netizens have been pointing out that these rumors could be an effort to stir up commotion. One, and Asian Junkie points out a couple of things to remember. One, Asian media, just in general, enough said. Two, Chinese media on Korean news has been generally bullshit. There have been often rumors that China completely fabricated. And then Tao posted a picture on Instagram with the caption asking XOL on a date and that they should hold hands. The point being, there's more to disbelieve about the rumor than there was with Chris and Luhan, but it's 2014 and it's EXO. I don't know. What are your thoughts looking at this? And are you kind of going back and forth in your mind like I am, or are you more or less just on a wait and see?
Wait and see. That's why I do all entertainment rumors. All entertainment rumors for me are wait and see. It goes, that's interesting. Well, with everything else going on, that could be a possibility. We'll wait and see. Like, that's how my mind works. Like that's all it is.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see. This rumor happened a week ago. So like a week ago, and nothing has happened since. So it could be nothing, but it could be something, and we'll keep an eye out. Now to a couple of departures that aren't rumors, but are in fact trumors. We've talked about MBLAQ before. I'm calling back trumors. That's a totally Rad Show reference.
All right, keep going.
Okay. Lee Jun and Thunder leave J-Tune camp, had quote unquote last activities as MBLAQ members. Despite attempts to work things out with the pair, J-Tune camp were unable to return Lee Jun and Thunder. Both will be leaving the camp, and more importantly, leaving MBLAQ. Thunder, Thunder kind of fans can go back and forth on kind of his role in the group, but he contributes and he's fairly popular, and he's also Dara's brother, so he's worth noting. But Lee Jun is kind of the big piece that's leaving for the group. The fact that they're going from 5 to 3 is also a big important thing. And effectively, this is the end of MBLAQ as we know it. They talk about J-Tune released a statement saying that their plans are to come back as 3 members, as kind of a trio. But that's going to be its own thing, and that's going to be its own image. It's not going to be the MBLAQ we know. It's going to be different. It could be great. It probably will be good at least, but it'll be different. So, for the most part, so long MBLAQ as we know it. What were your thoughts seeing this finally?
Like, somebody is out to get me. Like, they're just coming like at the neck of like all the groups that I like. Like, it is killer, dude. Like, I like MBLAQ. I've grown to like EXO. EXO is falling apart. 2 good members from MBLAQ are like gonna be gone. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know what to think, really, Like, it is really one of these things where I'm just not sure what to think about this, like, or anything at this point. Like, it's kind of scary to just be like, am I gonna lose, like, all my favorite groups? Like, is that what's gonna happen?
There's gonna be a lot to talk about when we do our recap overall. We're gonna for 2014 overall, because 2014 was a big kind of transformational year by most accounts. Just looking at the different activities, group members leaving, restructuring, being ousted. Like our girl Jessica, going on hiatus. It's just it's definitely another sign that K-pop as a whole is pivoting, and has been for the past like couple of years. And this is kind of like it's almost like these are going to be the eggs that K-pop is breaking to make the new omelet that is K-pop in 2015, 2016, and going forward. But it's tough to see those eggs break, especially when you're kind of emotionally attached to those eggs.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, very, very, very much so. Like, you I don't think you could hit it on the head any better than what you just did.
Yeah, it's going to be the big pivot. These, and we're going to have to see where the new direction of K-pop is. But yeah, that is going to be interesting to see. All right, so moving on from that to our last little story. Going to leave out on kind of a I guess it should be serious, but we're not going to be taken seriously because it's kind of funny. Bumkey revealed to have been arrested and charged for distribution of meth and ecstasy.
Yeah.
Bumkey, our boy Bumkey, aka Kwamkey Bum, who I've said is the greatest guest rapper in K-pop, Korean PCP. Though he wasn't involved with PCP specifically, the drug. But I'm talking about PCP. P, PC.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It was revealed that hip hop artist Bumkey Kwamkey was arrested and charged in October for distribution of philopon, methamphetamine, and ecstasy. According to the prosecutor's offices, Bumkey is being charged for selling approximately 6 grams of philopon and 10 ecstasy pills to 2 of his acquaintances, as well as taking ecstasy on 2 different occasions from the period of August 2012 and September 2013. No word if afterwards he was sweating, but apparently he popped ecstasy. So.
I mean, ecstasy is a kind of big party drug. Like, I know of a lot of people who have partaken. You probably do as well. Like,
yes, it's very much, and the reason we kind of are like, he's facing some serious charges, and it's funny because like we look at this as like kind of being a little silly in the sense because the drugs are kind of, they are what they are, and we know people that kind of take recreational drugs, and it's a part of what we know. We don't have, it doesn't have that weight, but it's realizing that it's a different culture where this has a big amount of weight to it. One thing now we know why, and I was going to bring this up as kind of a kind of an establishing thing, but now we know when we talked about last week with Brand New Day from Brand New Music. We're looking at that video. There was a lot of artists. We didn't notice that the one was missing, but there was one missing, which was Bumkey. And somebody had pointed out in the comments, it was like, there's to be like, where's Bumkey? How come? Why is Bumkey not on the track? And then we find out, it's like, oh. He's been in jail for the past couple months.
Which I will give you this, right? It's like we're kind of making light of it. Shit is kind of serious. But there's great little bit of the fact that you made this joke, and I was trying to remember what you said. I had to look back. Where we went, well, I guess we finally know who's about that life in Korean hip hop.
It's like, yeah, now we know who really about that life. Like, it's like, Bumkey is about that life. And apparently, and what's also interesting is finding out that that the proceedings have been going on for the past couple of months. Apparently, he had already had his first trial on November 11th. Where the charges were recited and the proceedings of the case were discussed. The second trial will have been held on the 11th. In the press release, Bumkey is denying the claims. Brand New Music is kind of scrambling to spin it, I guess, or at least kind of wait and see. It's like it's been interesting to kind of to see this kind of go down. I do kind of enjoy the jokes of like saying Bumkey and Park Bomb rolling in, having their own like gang. But yeah, it is. I really hope I forget things for Bumkey. It is weird to kind of see somebody who you kind of thought of in one way as just this kind of cool artist, and then, oh, you done drugs.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like finding, you know, kind of thinking of one member from a girl group in one way, and then find out she trying to extort some dude for some money. Like,
right.
and now she's poor Dahi of Glam is facing not poor Dahi of Glam. Dahi of Glam is facing 3 years in prison. It's like, well, there goes Glam.
Yep.
Which is sad. But yeah, I don't know. What did you have any final thoughts on Bumkey?
Not really. Like, it's just it's odd. It always makes you bring up the, like, you're a successful music person, rapper thing. Why would you do such a thing ever?
Yes. It's like, huh? Why you do that? But then you kind of realize music is kind of a struggle, and the struggle is real. Yeah, just because they're in music and they're well known doesn't mean they got money. And this was back in 2012, 2013, before he really kind of, I would say, I mean, looking at back his colleague, it was a different time, so he probably was facing some tough times back then. So
yeah,
I understand how it happened.
It could, and it's like in a sense, it's probably a little bit sad because it's probably one of these things where he did this at some point, like you said, when he was struggling and like wanted to be in the music game and was trying to do whatever he could to, you know, like,
yeah,
you know, kind of get along and be able to try to make music, you know, and now this is coming back to bite him, you know.
Yeah, it's tough.
That on that part, like, you know, I know people are like, hey, you make your bed, you sleep. But that on that part, to me, is a little bit sad, you know, because like you said, Bumkey is a really great dude. Like, he seems like he generally is, like, doing what he does. And he's, like, other than this, like, you've never heard a bad thing about Bumkey. Like,
yeah.
I know I've never heard a bad thing about Bumkey, so
we'll have to see. I think hopefully we'll hear if he you know, if again they're gonna kind of go through the legal process. Once it goes through the legal process, no matter how it comes out, hopefully at the end he'll come out you know, better for it. At the end of anything that goes on, he'll come out better for it, and then he'll be able to kind of move on, because I like the idea of letting, even when, you know, dumb things that you did in the past, letting them behind and learning from them, which I wish was more of an opportunity for people, like for certain girl group members that we know, I wish they didn't have to go into hiding and leave the variety show that we like seeing them on. But oh well. I think that's a odd but good note to kind of leave things on, but hoping for good things. We'll have to wait and see. Once again, wait and see. But that's it. I think that's it for another fine episode of Hallyujuku. Fun-filled but brief, nice and compact, comparatively speaking. Yeah, another fun episode. Kaz, what have you got going on in your neck of the woods? What's going on in your world?
Not a lot. Like right now, just listen to the podcasts that are going on. Hopefully some new things going on next year. And other than that, like I said, it's getting close to Christmas, so we're going to be working on this year-end episode. And other than that, like Fady said, like, you know, there's not a lot going on.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, check out the shows. You got Shooting the Shit with Two Nerdy Black Guys. Just follow him at about.me/KingKaz. Shooting the Shit with Two Nerdy Black Guys.
Please do.
Streaming. Check out me at PD Rave. The show's at Hallyujuku. Hallyujuku, Hallyujuku.com, kpoppodcast.com. Thanks to the wonderful, beautiful man known as Gadawag, We are now Brant Hughes. We are now part of the kind of the rotating reruns on DiamondClub.tv. We're going to be on there, so hopefully you'll see us on there. Hi, DiamondClub.tv, if you're watching us there.
Hello, thank you.
Yes. So thank you for that. That's pretty awesome stuff. Check out the chat room awards. Nominations are still going on for another day, pretty much another day or two.
Yeah,
and then
like
voting will be happening. So check out that stuff. Vote for the people you like, and yeah, that's it. That's it for us. Subscribe, share, like. You know what to do. Until next time. Hasta los huevos.
Bye.
Annyeong. Fighting.